Something that happens way too often is people putting their dreams to the side due to being busy and never finding the right time. Although the difficulties and circumstances of life cannot be overlooked, great things can still be achieved with the right organization and support system around you. Today, we're going to be looking at the story of Joe Martin and how he was able to balance being a dad, a youth pastor, and going to nursing school at the same time.
Yeah, my name is Joe Martin, and I am 32 years old, and I've been married to my wife now for 11 years. I have two beautiful kids, Emma and Elijah. I've been a youth pastor for the better part of about a decade, and different roles. In this last role now at Iglesia Bautista Estrella Belén, I've been here for about 4 years, and sometime about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted to go back to school and pursue a career as a nurse. And I graduated in April of 2023. I took my boards exam, and I've been working as a nurse since August. So just actually today, Saturday, I finished my preceptorship. And starting on Monday, I will be on my own, taking care of a full load of patients. And so that's a bit about who I am. When I was a recent graduate from high school, I wanted to become a nurse and go into emergency medicine, but I also wanted to get married. And it made more sense to continue in a job that I had. I was making pretty good money at the time. And I married, and I just focused on paying bills, and little by little, I felt more of a spiritual calling to get into ministry, and went to school for that. Was able to finish, I think it was a bachelor's in 2020. In August of 2020, I was able to finally, after graduating high school in 2009, was able to graduate with a bachelor's in religion and behavioral science. It was in ministry that I kind of rekindled the desire to become a nurse. It was in having conversation with certain students, having conversation with their families, and realizing that there was a huge need for both spiritual but also mental and even health care, medical care, that spiritual care didn't need to be something isolated. And so I felt a bit of a tug to go back to school and to go into nursing, specifically to pursue a career as a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And one of the goals that I have for the next few years is to pursue that. And it was really born in this moment where I would have these conversations and felt limited in what kind of care and help I could provide for some of the members of the church. When I told my wife that was what I wanted to do, obviously she was super supportive. But I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, and she thinks I'm crazy. Going back to school and how I was going to balance that with keeping a full-time job. At this point, my wife works only in the home. She's a full-time mom, full-time homeschooling mom, and the burden to provide for the family financially continues to be on me. And with a lot of strategy, some organization, I would say prayer, and a lot of sacrifice on my part, and especially on the part of my wife, I was able to kind of finish and go through all of that. But I could not have done it without proper planning and having the right people in my life. So maybe a week before class started, it was late at night, and I lean over to my wife Ruth, and I say, I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna drop out. I can't do it. Total just panic mode. I don't know how I'm gonna balance work and school and clinicals and spending time with the kids and making deadlines here at work. I mean, she kind of talked me off, the edge there, and I was pretty certain that it was going to be near impossible, if not impossible. That's how confident I felt, and I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it was in fact possible, and that anybody can, and that I fit into that category of anybody can if they put their mind to it. I think one of the biggest struggles throughout school wasn't so much the schooling, even though nursing school is by no means something easy. It required at sometimes hours and hours of studying, consecutive hours of studying, late nights, early mornings. The biggest struggle, I think, was making sure that I made time for every important thing. So spending time with the family, with the kids, and having, just a good work performance. And not in every area I was successful, but I think overall I was successful because of the many things that I've already said, and the family and the support and the structure, but also just having clear goals and clear schedule and organizing my time and my efforts appropriately. I think that's the key to success in anything. And for me, it was to go through nursing school. I think for those that want to do something and it's not the perfect time, I think if you wait for the perfect time, every opportunity will pass you. And I don't want to minimize the obstacles that each individual has. Sometimes it does seem very impossible. And for me, it made possible by a various set of circumstances. But by no means was it easy, and by no means was it the right time to go into nursing school. I've never in my entire life have been in a place where I could say it's the right time to do any big thing. But I would say if you have the right support system and you can build that, whether that's given to you through family or you can build that through friendships, you need to have the right support system. I think you have to have an indomitable will where nothing can stop you. I hope I'm saying that right. The undefeatable will to continue to persist through obstacles and have a no-quit attitude when you fail. I think that is absolutely key, maybe one or two top priority in my life, in making God the object of my efforts, or the object of the glory of my efforts, and making him number one, as cliche as that might sound, has proven to pay great dividends, has paid an amazing blessing to me. And I would say don't put your hope in the accomplishments, or set your eyes on the goal only, but enjoy the process. And I think if you organize your time and go for it, you can accomplish some amazing things.